Well, first off, let's start it with this, guys. So glad to have you all here, Old Dominion. The associates really love some Old Dominion. Like, you're one of the favorite artists. Miss Laura can attest to that, right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
We love to hear your music on our jukeboxes.
We go good with bacon and eggs.
That's right. What doesn't go good with bacon and eggs?
Definitely not Old Dominion.
Well, speaking of that, let's get it started. What's your order when you roll into Waffle House?
I think I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese on a toast guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Simple.
The peanut butter waffles are good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
See, I'm a classic. I just like them over easy, and I like some toast. And I like to make my own little egg sandwich. That's good.
okay.
I make everything into a sandwich.
Serve the sandwich.
I know. I like to do-it-yourself kind of guy.
And what's
I'm over easy bacon hash browns.
okay? Do you guys know how to call out your order?
Well,
Two over.
no.
Two over medium, scattered, smothered, covered, something. I don't know.
Now you're showing off. Miss Laura, can you do?
So
Can
you're
you
not
do?
too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah. I've been there a few times. But I
Yes.
don't know. It always is impressive how
It's a
you
whole
just
different
rattle that
language.
stuff off,
Yes.
and those guys just hear it somehow.
Well,
in
Miss
the
Laura,
chaos.
can you call it out? Can you call out the order?
Order over medium plate, scatter, smother, covered, one bacon.
There you go.
That sounded so natural.
You're right. She made it sound so easy. Well, let's talk about this real quick. It just impacted the music industry tremendously, the pandemic. How has that affected you guys? And how do you think it's going to change how your music is going to look moving forward?
I mean, it changed it tremendously. Obviously, we've been sidelined. We tour very heavily in the past, and haven't been on the road since February, I guess. So we've just been kind of twiddling our thumbs for a while. But it's been a good break. But I think it obviously is changing our music too, because it's changing the way that we make it. Which in the past we would make an album in a couple of days that we had off in our tour, and now
Okay.
we have all this time. So we just took 3 weeks and went to Asheville, North Carolina, and camped out in a studio and
Oh, that's
made
awesome.
an album that way. So it's definitely changing how we make music and how we tour. So.
I was going to say, any Zoom conferences? You guys get into the Zoom thing, or were you like,
We
no?
haven't done a whole lot of the virtual shows. Lots of band meetings over Zoom. Yeah.
A little bit of writing over Zoom.
Little writing,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's a little more difficult that way, but.
Well, what hobbies have you picked up? We'll go through everyone. What hobbies have you picked up through quarantine?
I wouldn't say I picked it up, but I've golfed more often. So,
Okay.
so I've gotten no better, but I've done it more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, for a while there, I have an art degree. I was doing some painting and stuff.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a little bit, but I did at the beginning of quarantine kind of get back into that a little bit.
All right.
Smoking cigars, right? They picked
A lot
up
of
that.
I did
Calling
pick
you
that up.
out. They're calling you out.
Before it was just kind of what's that? Wow, now it's a hobby.
Yeah, now it's a daily thing apparently.
Yeah, I'm the same as Trev. I was already playing golf, but now I'm playing way more.
Okay.
It's just, write songs, play golf. That's it.
All right.
My plants are looking really good these days.
Oh, you've turned into a gardener?
A little
Green
bit.
thumb?
Yeah, a little bit. So that's been what's kept me busy.
That's a lot of patience. I don't have
Yeah.
the patience for it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a lot of patience.
Yeah.
A lot of zen going on with that. A lot of
waiting,
zen.
A lot of like, leave it alone for 2 weeks. Make sure you're not
Right.
messing it up.
Yeah.
Did you do the pineapple thing?
I have so many pineapples. If anybody here wants
Okay.
to take home a pineapple,
Really? You
I'll
can
get
brew
with you
your own
after this
pineapple?
is
what you do is
over. I love pineapple.
you twist the top off the pineapple, and then you trim it back and you stick it in the soil, and it'll turn into a new plant.
Oh, wow.
But I eat more pineapples than I need to grow.
It's because you
plants
grew
for.
them.
Yeah.
There's more pride into
They're
it.
my-
It's not the
yeah.
same as going to
Are
the
they
grocery
tasty?
store.
Well, they're not going to grow a new pineapple for you anytime soon. But they're pretty.
Now, you guys said you were working on the album. What can we expect with your next album that we've maybe never seen before?
Well, I mean, we made this whole album. We wrote every song all together. Usually it's a combination of a couple of us, that write the song and then we bring it to the studio and record it. But this time we all sat around in a big circle and all of us wrote every single song together. So I think in some way that changed it somehow. So, you know, I think you can expect us to be back on top. That's what you expect.
Okay. Now, and I hear,
Bigger.
I hear
all the
laughing a
Waffle
little
Houses
bit.
were.
And you guys are like family. You're like family. So do you think moving forward, this will be how you'll write? Like, just go ahead and make it a thing where everybody's together for 3 weeks, knock it out, hang out with one another, see people, connect with people. Because quarantine, like,
Yeah.
you know, you used to need your break, right? And now you're like so happy to see people.
Yeah.
So can you guys recreate that maybe on your next album and then your album after that?
It works so well that I definitely look forward to trying to do it again, you know. But we'll see. I mean, when we get back on the road, I don't know in the future if we'll have 3 weeks to
Right.
take off. But yeah.
You just have to pencil it in and make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make it happen.
Make it happen. So we can't end without a Waffle House story. So as a band, do you guys, what's your favorite or most memorable Waffle House story?
Most of them you don't remember.
I was going to say that. I was thinking that I was going to have to say that. I had no other answer. There was one time I think I remember I had a coffee mug in my head.
I will say it's changed a little for me. It used to be more like that, but I have kids, and now
Yeah.
that's their good report card reward. They
That still
before
works. That
school.
worked for me growing up. So that still works?
Still works.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a lot of my Waffle House was definitely when we were in this band and in prior bands. Just my whole life doing music on the road, we would stop to eat there while we were
Yep.
in the van and trailer, and you know, on the road, and it's always a place where you knew you could get a little bite to eat.
Breakfast, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I remember being a kid. I grew up in Detroit, so we didn't really have a lot of Waffle Houses when I was a kid. So I remember taking a road trip down to Florida, and we stopped at one, and that was my first experience. I think I was like 9 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I still remember it.
I won't date myself, but I remember too the good report cards. It was like, oh, we get to go to Waffle House in the morning. Well, we've got Miss Laura here. You guys are the Associate Choice Awards, so that's like a big deal. Like you're the popular kids in school. That's what we'll call it.
Finally.
Yes.
Miss Laura, talk about how much it means, like to have Old Dominion play into the restaurant.
Well, we love their music. We love their music playing in our Waffle House. Everybody's either singing or moving in their seats and jiving. My grandson had a birthday here a couple weeks ago, and his mother was playing Old Dominion. And both of my grandsons were in the kitchen, and they were line dancing. So then everybody had to chime in, and everybody had to line dance to Old Dominion. But the album played the entire time that I was there. Your music is loved by my
man.
3 little grandsons, and they just adore it.
That's great.
It is awesome.
I
How
wish-
old are they?
Well, I've got a 3-year-old, and I had a 6-year-old, and I had an 11-year-old there.
Wow.
And I mean, they were just kicking up them heels and them cowboy boots, dancing, honey.
I always wondered which song of ours is good for line dancing.
Yeah, which one? Which would you say is your favorite song as a group?
Oh man, favorite song as a group. I mean, it's not a really good line dancing song, but One Man Band has been such a big song for us. It just really kind of changed our whole trajectory. So that
It's
one
a
is
good
pretty-
slow dance song.
Yeah.
I bet you beer can in a truck bed's a good
That's
line
a good
dancing
line
It's a
dance.
good line
song.
dance song.
Yeah.
No such thing as a broken heart. You could probably
That's
line dance. to
yeah,
that.
that's got a good little bounce
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the pandemic going on and we've been quarantined, and you talk about your kids. What have you learned the most from your kids? That's a deep breath.
Yeah. You learn that out
Patience.
out in the world, the touring world, you know, you're a rock star, but you're still just a big dorky dad when you come home. So you learn that it's very humbling to come home to your children who don't treat you like a rock star.
And I'd say with the break, what would you say you've learned the most about yourself during this break?
Most about myself.
Yes.
That I need to stay busy.
My dad told me that on the phone yesterday.
Oh, wow.
He said, "You need to go back to work."
Yeah.
That's the most staying busy.
I mean,
or-
yeah, you know, I definitely operate better when I have a lot to do. So usually our life is crazy. Usually we're on the road and we get home and there's just a minimal amount of time to get everything you need to get done. And so when I have a lot of time, I find that it takes a lot longer to get stuff done. A little less motivated. So yeah, I like to be busy.
Has anyone learned to play any new instruments that you now can bring? Maybe not this new album that you guys were working on and wrapped up, but maybe the next album. Any new instrument that you've like, you know what? Let me get a little bit better at this so it can be on the next album.
You know, I started. I've been meaning to do it for a long time, but just learning how to use Logic on the computer and actually record sort of my own stuff. Usually, I just write songs, and there's so many good places to get demos done in town and have other guys record it. But I figured I had time on my hands. It was about time to just start diving in and learning that a little bit better. So I've done that.
I don't think I touched an instrument for a couple months.
I played a little glockenspiel on this record, so maybe I can bring that back.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. And in the back, we learned, you learned how to do pineapples. And,
Yeah, growing lots of pineapples. Starting that pineapple farm.
Yeah, I learned how to eat a lot of junk food pretty good.
Okay, with you saying that, what's the quarantine snack that you can't get enough of?
Oh, man. Like, chips are my weakness, and my kids, like, I can stay away from it if I'm not around them, but they get like Doritos and all kinds of stuff, and I just like, it's disgusting how many
go-to
chips.
food.
Oh yeah, it's gross.
Chips.
I discovered the golden Oreo, which was terrible.
What's a golden Oreo?
Terrible. It's just the gold. It's an Oreo, but it's gold.
But it's gold.
You mean like the
Tastes the
cream
same?
is gold or the cookies gold?
The cookie's gold.
Does it taste
Yeah.
the same?
Not
No,
vanilla,
it
but
doesn't
gold.
taste the same at all. It tastes wonderful. And
Someone didn't share this when you guys were together writing that album.
yeah, it was a terrible thing to discover because it's like comes in the whole pack, and the whole pack's gone within like 5 days. Because then I started dipping in peanut butter.
Wow, man, you went for it.
I went for it.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah, no shame in his game.
So you got to do that and pair it with a peanut butter waffle.
There you go.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
might be onto something.
Maybe a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
Oh, now you've turned into something.
What is happening right now?
Call that one out.
Yeah, exactly. Scoop it up, honey. Scoop it up.
Well, thank you guys again. We look forward to seeing you perform a little bit later. And it's a big deal. The associates love you. And on behalf of Miss Laura and the associates in Waffle House, we appreciate you guys so much for everything you do.
Thank
And look forward to that new album.
Thank you.
you.
Thank
you.
you so much. We'll
Thank you,
make sure
guys.
your grandkids get some OD swag.
Okay, that'll work.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. It's on the record. I got you.
It's on the
Miss Laura.
record.
I got you.